Hello, Teaquilters. I'm T with Teaquilts, and it is Saturday, October 25th, 2025. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here for 2-hour live sewing chat. Normally, I do have some haul stuff that I'm going to go over, and hopefully we'll finish some blocks I need to do for my Tshirt quilt, which reminds me that I don't have them in here. So while we wait for people to get notifications, I'm going to go get that. I got one block in here, and that's it. I got a total of 3 to finish. I can't believe I left it. See this bag here? Yeah, I have to put that up too. So we may as well pull that out. Sorry, guys. It's like I have so many things to bring in, and I'm trying to bring all the stuff for the haul and forgot this part. I don't know if this is going to sit there. We can try. Okay. All right, so let's see who's in the chat tonight. Got Darcy Savali. She's reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up button and you're already in the chat waiting for everybody else to join, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button for me, please. I would really, really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and then also hit the bell so that you'll receive notifications whenever I'm live. And then also join us over on Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Make sure that you answer the 4 questions so that you gain admission. And we're live here Saturdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for 2 hours, normally live sewing chat. Sometimes I'll do a haul. And on Wednesdays for 1 hour, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where it could be a mixed bag of things. Any of my lives, if you have any questions or you're stuck on something, you're more than welcome to post the question in the chat box. But in order to chat, you must be subscribed, be a member for at least 5 hours. So remember that. So let's see who else is in here. Tina Edwards is here. Betsy Layton saying her rent is paid. Thank you, ma'am. Frances Jackson is here. Vivian Calvey. Gesture Creative Space. Zandra Odom. C-Rax is also here. Bonita Nance. Holly Duvall. Linda Parrish. Wanda Jamerson. Celeste. Carissa Renninger. Let's see. Claudette Hall. Deborah Sims Brown. I'm trying to read over the things where people are saying hi to each other, so it takes a second. Dee Branson is here. Suzette Peterkin Denton is here. I don't know where Sue GSD is. She's normally in here at the beginning. Laurie Weinman is here. Surgery next week, so taking it easy tonight. By the way, the E in... Okay, so it's Winman. It's silent. So, okay, that's what I was wondering. Thank you. Deborah Holloway is here. Remo JS also reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button. So thank you, Miss Remo. Helena Carter is here from Bossier City, Louisiana. Clovis Gardner, Smurf Creations. And Deborah says, good luck on your surgery, Laurie. Sheila Willis is here. Have you gotten any of your stuff yet? I don't know how far they're behind. Cynthia Shade. Who else? Deborah Quilts is here. Shelly S5 also is in the house. So yeah. So welcome everybody. I still have, I think it's 2 or 3. I got 3 people that haven't received their packages. One is Janet McCarroll. I need your address, and then also your package was sent to someone else, and that person, I've sent out emails and it looked like it went because I sent myself a CC and it came back to me. So I'm trying to wait to hear from them. So I got to get your book and your address. And then I need the address of Melissa LePage. And I think it's Rhonda Barlow James, if I'm not mistaken. So I still got 3 books that are, if you don't know what books I'm talking about the Threads That Bind documentary book. The documentary is coming out next Saturday. Local. And I do need to talk to Paulette to see if she has any other things yet. I think it has to wait until it goes live to see if any other networks might pick it up, but I'm hoping that it gets picked up by networks. Otherwise, you will see it on YouTube eventually, but I will most definitely keep you all posted who can attend. The nice thing is at the St. Louis City Public Library, the Central Library downtown, and it's actually a free documentary for people to see. You just have to register to attend. Tinanyi, now you're funny because I don't understand. I ordered my book, my box, the first day, and I still haven't gotten my box yet. And a lot of people have been getting boxes for over 2 weeks now. Tinanyi doesn't even open her boxes, and she's got her box before everybody else. It's too funny. So her box arrived today. Remo saying for people in Ohio, I guess that's Red Roof Quilting quilt shop owners are retiring right now, 20 to 50% off. She's got red raw. I don't know what that is. Rude. But I think she means roof maybe. Michelle is talking to Laurie. Anita Scott is here. Patricia Priest as well. She won my quilt 2 years ago. I did a different quilt last year. She won my Christmas quilt 2 years ago. Remo's reminding you all to hit that thumbs up button. She said the numbers need to be increased. Remo says she got the new Tula Pink, and she says, yes, it is roof. Because I'm like, what word is that? I read it as roof the first time, but I just wanted to make sure. And Tina, you see, she's even still confessing, right? Last year's still in guest room unopened. Yeah, but she was in here every morning at 2 something in the morning. Well, 2 something. At 12:01 a.m. is when I opened up the box. And she was here every morning with me and didn't even open her own. It's just hilarious. Minnie Dula is here. Brenda Foley also here. Thank you, Carissa. Says she has hit the thumbs up on the way in. So thank you, thank you. So yeah. And I still love my awesome quilt. That's from Patricia. Yes. I can't even remember who won last year. That's terrible. I can't remember. If you won last year's quilt that I gave away in the month of December, let me know. It was not a Christmas pattern, so you could use it all year. I can't remember if it was like a layer cake quilt. I know I did something, and I did it as a sew. I was sewing with you all, and then I gave it away, but I can't remember who won it now. Hi, Ingrid Sews It All. So, yeah. So, let's just get started with stuff. So, the first thing that I have, I like when you can reuse a bag. Sometimes Amazon bags, they got double things and they don't mess it up, so you can reuse the bag. But I'm going to be doing, or I think I'm going to be doing some jackets, right? And so I needed pattern ease. And for some reason, Checker is out of pattern ease. I don't know if pattern ease is made in another country. It says made in USA. So I don't understand why Checker distributors do not have pattern ease. And this is something that I would have gone to Joann's if Checker didn't have it. But I had to end up ordering it off of Amazon. And it doesn't say it on the package. It doesn't even, well, it does say pattern ease up there. But I'm going to have to repackage this into something else, because these are those little thin bags. Once they're open, that's it. I need a resealable bag. This one almost looked like it's been open. They both look like that. Is this a seal? Is it a heat seal? Maybe it's heat sealed. Hold on, let me see. But it's like a interfacing, but it's wider, let's see, than interfacing or stabilizer that we use. It's like a more of a stabilizer, I guess, not an interfacing. And it's different than what you would use on your embroidery machines because it's bigger, so that you can trace your pattern pieces out. And since I got like 3 or 4 different jacket patterns, so I think they're 5-yard pieces. So I ordered 2. Yeah, hoping that this works, so that whenever you're doing like a new pattern and you don't know what their sizing is, because if you're not a pattern manufacturer like McCall's, Butterick, Vogue, or whoever, if you or an individual, you're using your own sizing chart. So I just like to know what my size is. So instead of me cutting out the pattern, I'll trace out one size that I think might fit and make that. And if it doesn't work, then I can redo it and make adjustments. So that's why you use pattern ease. For those that do not sew. Hi, C Joy Creations. T, I know you told everything in the box, so no need. That's too funny. You ain't have to come in here, girl. But she was in here every night. She just cracks me up. Leetta Bryant is in here. Also, Jacqueline Mason. Welcome, welcome. Claudette Bettis is here as well. So, yeah. Oh, and I do still have one more documentary book left. I had taken them to my Quilt Guild meeting and sold all of them but one. So I have just one book left. If anybody still wants a documentary book that's signed by me, it's $35 for the book, $8 for shipping. So, as you see in the thumbnail title, I missed a bag of fabric when I was showing fabric on Wednesday from the Quilters Stash sale. So I just wanted to come in and show you these. So this one here is a 4-yard cut. I just like it because it's pink. It's just pretty. I really don't like some of QT's fabric. Looks like it could be digitally printed. I don't like it as much, but for 20 bucks, if I have something where I might want to use it in the center of a quilt, then I can use this. So 20 bucks wasn't bad. And I found this animal print. It's a Robert Kaufman print. It says design 20595. It was 2 yards for $9. So very nice animal print. Robert Kaufman, I don't think they have names for their fabric. They just have design numbers. It's by Studio RK. That's it. That's all it says. And that design number I gave you of 20595. So, again, you can see where I bought the batiks. They were $6 a yard. I had one that was $4.50 a yard, the animal print, and then that 4-yard one, the pink, is $5 a yard. So she did have different prices on fabric. This is 2 yards for $9. This is a Free Spirit, Stillness in Nature by Denise Burkett. And it's just a modern print I thought might look cute in bags. So that's the only reason I got it. Thought it would be cute. Or a jacket. Bags or a jacket. And then this one was a novelty one, 1 yard for $5. Just had the different shears on it. Whoops. Even got pinking shears. So, got that one. And this was the first day I went because I was trying not to be bad. But this is a piece of batik. It's got multicolors in it. You can see it better here. This is 1.5 yards for $9. This is 2 yards at $12. And this one is 2 yards at $12. She says she got this one from Jordan Fabrics. I like this one because of all the different colors. I've never seen this batik before. Matter of fact, the 3 that I got, I had never seen before. But, you know, I'm not out here actively looking for fabric, so. But I just thought they were beautiful. Pretty multicolor batik, yes. I like that. It's so different. And I went over there the first day and I said, it's got to be something that I know I don't have and I've never seen before. So those were the 3 that I got. The second day I went back and I bought for a project and then also for door prizes as well. So I'm going to get blocked in here because there's just no way I'm going to get out this room. Let me see if I can put this by my feet since I'm not sewing, blocking the foot pedal. So we can open things up and use them. And then maybe I can stack it back up here once I get through. So we're opening, again, the pink bag that I just showed you were all from the Quilter Stash sale. The remainder of the items that I showed on Wednesday. So if you haven't seen Wednesday's video, you need to go. Because she's located in Greenville, Illinois, which is about an hour the other side of the Mississippi River. And if you are close and want that information, you can contact me if you live in Illinois or Missouri and think you might want to drive an hour or so to go see her. Then let me know via message and then I will give you the link. She has Facebook information, but if you don't have Facebook, just let me know so I don't give you a Facebook link. Let me know if you're not on Facebook, and then I'll copy the actual post, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to send you the Facebook link to Marketplace. It's Facebook Marketplace. All right. So, I've never gotten 2 boxes from Quilt in a Day. So, I'm trying to get shopping for retreat out of the way. So, I'm trying to get that stuff done so I don't have it on my to-do list later. So, I've been buying some stuff. And I bought a lot of repeats. So, we should go through this fast. I just got 2 boxes, but we should go through them fast because I've got a lot of the same thing. It's like some things I ordered 5 of because I knew I'm not keeping them. So I got like various different things that I do door prizes for. So I was making sure that I had everything covered. So I'm trying to, I didn't package the box, so I'm trying to make sure I get them sorted a little bit. And so anything else for retreat will be a bonus, okay? Somebody else send it. All right, these are all singles. These are doubles. This one has 3, and I thought I did. I don't remember a 3. I remember 5s and 2s. So we got 1, 1, 2. Oh, they really funny. When you do yardage, they calculate it in fat quarters, in quarter yards. But I don't see anything with a 3, so that tells me that there's going to be some more of these in another box. So let me see if I can turn this box sideways. And then when I get to that, we'll just skip it. Because I got to figure out a way to put some of this stuff back in here. All right. The prices of these layer cakes. So I bought a lot of layer cakes. And the prices of the layer cakes, $24, $22. I tried to get layer cakes between $20 and $25. So $23.50. That's $22. So yeah, so I actually was $24 or $21 to $24 is what they cost. All right. So like I said, I got a lot, but I got a lot of duplicates. I got at least 4 of them that I have 5 of the same layer cakes. Okay. So I have 2 of this Island Batik called Tranquil Moments. Tranquil Moments. And I'm assuming that I have 2 of these because that's what I see right now. Because I don't know which ones I got 5. It's listed on the paper, but I don't have time to figure that out. This next one is called Peach Blossoms. And they did have more, but I bought stuff that I liked per se. Since I was getting, they had, you know, Quilting Today is a big company. When they order, they get bigger discounts because they order big things. So they had a lot of things in stock. So that's why I was able to get 5 of them. Sometimes you go on websites, they're having a sale. You can't do that. This one here is Tropical Bliss. And I have 2 of these as well. And all of these are Island Batik so far that I'm showing you. And I'll save that because that's not. Island Batiks, and they all have 42 squares, 10-inch squares, and then they are also 20 different fabrics. So that means you've got 2 and then 3 of a couple. 2 of everything, but 3 of a couple of them. Let's open up this other box because I know I didn't order 3 of anything. Okay. I have a great niece that's getting married at the wedding reception right now. My family is all at that. My sister had a block party, so I went and helped her with her block party. It was from 1 to 5. Papers right here for right now. And so yeah, it's been a day. I was so tired when I came back home. What is this one? Nope, I haven't shown that, not according to the name. So I'm trying to find out where those other ones that match this. Right here. See? 5. This one here that I have 5 of is called Bubbles, Curves, and Corners. Got 5 of that. I just love the colors in that. Right now I see 2 flowing metal. Goes from blues to greens to a little bit of purple and then that brown color. This could also be something that could be used for the blooming 9 patch. Already set up in a pack. So I'm showing you everything that's Island Batik. And I know I have a lot of, I got at least 3 more that are 5s, but I just don't see them yet. Butterfly Haven. Okay. So, yeah, I'm like, they got to start coming out of here because I'm getting down to the end of the box. So I know there was like 4 of them. So that's 2. Oh, it's some on the side here. Hold on. These 2 go together. And, you know, they could be, you know, they could have been out of some too. So I only got 1 email saying they were short on yardage on 1. I didn't see any other emails. So I'm trying to get them out of here, guys. It's a lot. So that one must have 2 more. Because they weren't all in the box together. They didn't get packaged that way. So that's 3. And then I think Floral Fun is the other one that I must have. Yeah. Is that this one or something? This is Twilight. This one is Floral Fun. 2, 4. So 1 more on this and then we'll have the 5s. Okay. So we got 5. I just lost my phone. 5 of this one that's called Butterfly Haven. Purples, corals to green. And I can't read your comments right now. So 5 of those. So these can go. I'm just going to sit it up here. It's not going to stay. 5 of the Butterfly Fun. No, this is Floral Fun. Floral Fun. All Island Batiks. Quilt in a day if you're interested in this. It was on a sale page. I ordered last week. It was supposed to come Wednesday, but came Thursday. This one is called Twilight. Again, they were all $22 to $24. 2 of those. Let me take these out now. And I'm going to have to go sort now from all the things that I got. Okay, these can go in. I showed you Floral Fun. All right. Uh-oh. I got to stack to the back so it stays on my little bench here. All right. These 4 are not ready. They're not Island Batiks. Those are, I think I got 6 that weren't Island Batik. Got 5 of Daisy May. Isn't that gorgeous? Just beautiful. 5 of those. Daisy May. And then 2, this one I like too, of Geometrica. So mostly this kind of circle shapes, something like that. Let's see if there's anything else in here. And I know I can't read. Kind of chevrons are in here as well. I can't see anything because I've knocked my whole phone over. But we'll fix it in a minute. And then the last 2 Island Batik ones. This one is Midnight Garden. Also got 2 of those. All right. 2 of those. All right. I got to put these ones up here before they fall. Okay. All right. Hopefully it won't fall. Then I have 6, because I do realize a few people may not like batiks. But I did not like a lot of the non-batik packs, so I didn't really buy a whole lot because I know I don't want them, so they will be given out. Somebody is taking it home and it won't be me. And that's because I got so many florals that I don't need anymore. And this one is Watermarks by Holly Taylor for Moda Fabrics. And it's like seagulls, but it also has some geometric things in here, as well as like lily pads. It's really pretty though. I did go look at I looked at like the whole fabric layout before I purchased as well. So that's one. And I'm going to put these back because, you know, they're open. I'm going to have these little fuzzies on me. This one is also by Moda XOXO, Hugs and Kisses, basically, by April Rosenthal. And so it's a great one to use. It's got blacks backgrounds, white backgrounds with black, red, kind of a grayish background, and then of course red background. So very pretty. I just showing it to you so you can see it, but you're not gonna see any other fabrics. 10-inch squares. Do they say how many? They don't say how many. Let's see. Uh, 14 times 3 is 42. So 42 on the Moda. You get 42. Again, these have a wrap around them, but they're not enclosed like the batik ones. So I'm glad they put them in a bag. And I'm putting them back. I got them all over my black pants and gray shirt now. So that's 2. And then I got 2 of the covered bridges. It's closed, but this is a Riley Blake fat quarter, 42 pieces. The nice thing about this is that it has the fabric on the back. I know some of you all collect Riley Blake. Got the covered bridges. Then it's got silhouette outlined of the same thing of the covered bridges. And then it's got the different florals and wood grains and things like that. Now I got fuzzies all over my face. They're not going to go away. So 2 of those. And then 2 Celebrate by, and this Riley Blake 2 by Sue Daly Designs. Sue Daly used to be with Moda, if I'm not mistaken. And again, on the back, it's really nice because they show you all the fabrics that are included. So it's 18 fabrics, so you're going to end up having 3 of some for sure. 42 pieces still. So yeah. All right. This box is about to topple over off this bench. It is not playing. All right. Then I did buy a few yardage pieces. I feel like it's in my nose. So this is all the yardage cuts. They had a few pieces of speckled, and I'm not sure if I have these because I was just too lazy to go look and see. But I did buy some more speckles. I tried to buy colors I thought I may not have or that I really, really like and would probably want more of. So this green one here, speckled, is by Ruby Star Society, published, printed under Moda, and it's Rashida Coleman is the designer. So 1 yard of this, it was $9.72, and I only bought the ones that were on sale because I wasn't trying to buy anything regular price. I like this green with this blue, and then it has a little bit of purple and yellow as well. That one was called Verdant. For some reason, I think I may have it because I really like it. I bought 1 yard of this yellow called Sunshine. I think I may have it too. So I did not buy it. I mean, I didn't want to buy a lot of it. This also has that lime green that you saw in the previous one with some gold, copper kind of colors as well. And then this one is called Cactus. I bought 2.5 yards. I was trying to get 3 yards. They only had 2.5. So this is Cactus because I thought it would make a nice background. And Cactus, 2.5 yards was $24.30. It has kind of like burgundy color with copper again. And it's, that's copper. It's kind of like coral color, not necessarily pink, but coral as well. This one is called Suede. You can see the gold speckles off of that one. It has some blue and green and kind of dark coral. And then this is also Rashida Coleman's print, To and Fro. And this is called called Teal. That's all I know. I don't know what this other stuff is. The color is teal, but it's called To and Fro. And I can't see what the comments are saying, but I'll just continue on anyway. This one is a large script black by Northcott. It's 2 yards. And it costs $13.52 for 2 yards. So less than $7 a yard. And it just had like destinations on it. Like it's called Journey. And so I just got that because I thought that was really cool. Explorations, travel, journeys, northeast, south, join Patagonia, Forest Home Explorer. So it has all kinds of stuff on here that's related to travel. I just thought if I ever, I have a quilt that I've been collecting like a whole lot of Missouri things for, or if I ever make a travel type quilt, then I have something if I want to add it in there and or use as a backing. And then this one is by Michael Miller. It's called Kenya, African Map. This would have been nice to have on the back of my African map quilt, but it didn't. I did not have it then. So it's got all of African destinations on here. I'm not even going to try to do that. I got 2 yards of this, and 2 yards cost me $12.48, so $6.24 a yard. But it's got all the different places in Africa, Nigeria, Somalia, St. Thomas, the Sierra Leone. So it's got all kinds of things in here. It's a lot going on. And then you can see the Africa shape. So that was enough for me to open it so you could see that. So that was good. So that's what I got from Quilting a Day. And I knew it wasn't going to take me long because I have a lot of duplicates. So I was well aware of that. Let me see what you all are saying, if I can see anything in this chat. Let's see. I'm so far behind. I got to go all the way back, y'all. They're saying they love all the colors, and I'm sure that was back when I was showing probably the batik stuff. I love the fabric in blue and pink and white. Oh, that was the pink bag from the lady. So that was from hers. And that was from QT Fabrics. The flower one was beautiful. Super cute. So people are talking about fabrics that I have since left. So I have no hint which ones you're talking about. Love the Peach Blossom. That's Claudette. She was very specific. Making Remo's working over there. Hey, Katie, Greenland Quilter. Hey, welcome. She says she's also in love with batiks. Totally smitten. All of your fabrics are gorgeous. Thank you, June Hanson. Uh-oh. Hold on. Phyllis G is here. Hey, Phyllis. Hey, Paula. Lana Dean as well. And Linda Gray. So welcome, everybody. So I'm going to just put this in here. And they even put my names on the bags when they were bagging it up. So that was cute. So I'll be putting these, because I put Rashida's fabrics they all go in their little special place. The speckles are by themselves, and then all the other ones are somewhere else. So I'm just a collector. I have made quite a few quilts with Rashida's fabric, so I am a user of it as well. I just need to figure out how am I gonna get all of this stuff back in here. All right. I got 2 there, so we know that's not gonna work. But let's see if I can put 2 layer cakes in sideways. Then that'll work. And then it's a wrestle, y'all. Did my fingernail get? No, I think I still have it. I've been cutting my nails short because I keep getting them caught on stuff. I'm doing the most. So I'm trying to prevent that. So I have to sort through these I'm not going to be able to flip this box like I did the other one because it's not made the same way. Got it's one of them, we made it ourselves. This box is about to go. Slide back up. It's going to go. It's going to go before I can move this one. I'm trying to move the small one so I can turn the big one and put this back on top. But it might go before I can do that. Because I got the sewing machine on the floor. I don't want it to fall. I ordered a case from Amazon yesterday, so it should come tomorrow. And I got all the paper down here. At least I can step on paper. I can't step on sewing machine or fabric. But let me get this bag from out of there. And this, I'll just slide up there. Okay, that's retreat donation. That's why that one's still there. Let's see. T, can you pick fabric and find, T, you can pick fabric and find good sales. All of your picks are beautiful colors. Yes, I try. And then I have to tell myself that you're going to have to pick some things that you don't like. That's why I went, because I wouldn't have not bought anything that wasn't a batik, because I thought the batiks were prettier. And I could have ordered more. Like I said, I ordered 5 and just maxed the ones that I really liked at 5. But I could have ordered more of those and didn't order the other 6. And I'm like, you got to order some things because everybody don't like what you like. So I try to be a little reasonable. Just knock the spool of thread off. Hi, Sin Forest. Welcome to the chat. So yeah, so I don't remember the last time that I've oiled this machine. And the way I've been sewing on it, we probably need to put some oil in here. So I'm gonna do that. Trying to make sure I see which one is the oil port, because some of them are for accessories. And Miss Juki ain't gonna be out much longer. I'm not gonna clean her. I cleaned her a little bit ago. We shall see how that goes. I'm trying to get this oil to drop. Do I have to pull this out further? That's a long sprout. Okay, I think it's one back here. Yep, covering it up. This thing get loaded with oil with this long sprout. All right, up here at the top. I'm trying to put 2 drops in. That is not an oil spout. Okay. All right. Oh, I keep forgetting to do the bottom one. I did oil it one time, but I didn't oil the bottom. And I may have to clean it out because, you know, girl, don't wore this machine out. I've been sewing on this machine ever since I come back from retreat. I have cleaned it, but I've only oiled it once. So yeah, we need oil. And then I'm also using those, I put in one of those superior bottom line threads, the L size, that's made to, it ain't made for the Juki, it can go in the Juki. So we're going to do that too. So I got that in here as well. I have cleaner brushes in here, and those are the things I lose so fast. It's the cleaner brushes. So I'll just pull one out of here. That. And I only need one. I don't need this one because I keep pulling out one. Got my shirt trying to unravel a little bit here. All right, let me take these glasses off because they're going to be in the way with me bending down. So let's clean it up a little. You know, I cleaned it like a week ago, but you know, it should be cleaned more frequently than that. I'm working on this t-shirt quilt. I cleaned it before I started, but just trying to. I need my vacuum, but I don't have it in here. And if I did, I wouldn't even try to pull it out anyway. It's probably in here. It's just I'm not gonna even try it with all this stuff I got around me with the boxes and stuff. We're gonna just stay upright. It's in a lower drawer. All right, that looks good. And the oil is going around. Hold on. So one more piece when you roll it. Got a lot of oil in here now. I'm gonna go back to my bag and get a Q-tip or something with a absorbent. I don't know if I got Q-tip in there, but I know I've got something that absorbs just to pull out the excess oil. I think I put more than 2 drops in the bottom because it wouldn't come out the packaging at first. Just want to dry some of it up. So anything absorbent will work. If I had a Q-tip, that would have really worked, but I don't. I have that in here, but I don't have my drawer in. My drawer is out. My drawer came apart after all these years. So I have to put it back together where my Q-tips would normally be. All right. I did not unthread this, but we could clean the top of it. Let's just take it out. It's like, if you see something on top, it's probably something underneath. Not much, but, you know, better to be safe. All right. Put this back in here. Okay. Y'all can get ready to say bye-bye to Juki girl. She gonna be going on vacation. Well, she's gonna be on a sabbatical. Talking about vacation. She going on a sabbatical until next retreat. I'll clean her up once next week. She might be here for Wednesday. Depends. And then after that, she'll be put up. All right, I'm going to use my black pants. Can't see anything on black. All right, we need to rethread it. Needle up. Rethread the spots that it came out. Got a little dirt on the needle while I was cleaning. All right. So while we're cleaning a sewing machine, I did ask a question on Facebook. I listed some various different features on a sewing machine. Let's pull it up. And I asked people to list their top 3. And I thought it was really interesting. I'll give you the percentages before it disappears. Let's see. I'm trying to find somebody that's recently answered the questions. Here it is. So what sewing machine features are must have for you? Choose your top 3. If it's not listed, add to the list. So I didn't keep them committed to the list. I didn't see anybody that added anything, and I'm not going to read any comments, but I'm going to go through here and give you all the percentages from the people that responded out of 509 votes, I think. I'm just going to give you the percentages. And these are just in the order that I typed them in. And I added, the first one is one that I like, is a needle threader. And then I do remember a comment that says, not only do I like a needle threader, but I want one that works, because there's so many machines that have it and it doesn't work. And I will say that on this Juki, I probably have only missed since the end of June, or say July. I've started sewing on this in July. I probably only missed threading it like 2 or 3 times max. On that Brother, I miss it on my Brother that's very similar to this, the PQ whatever 1500, whatever them numbers are on that thing. I can't remember, TL. And I miss more than I get it. So Juki does have a better needle threader than the Brother. Although after that, both machines are identical to me. They feel exactly the same. But I can understand somebody talking about needle threaders, because I've seen sewing machine companies advertise something as being an automatic needle threader, and it's not. An automatic needle threader is what's on this baby lock. I hit a button, I take my thread, put it in a guide, and then I hit a button. It drops down, it threads it, it comes back off, lift the needle and the presser foot, everything all by itself. Whereas over here, I've got to press this lever in order for that needle to get threaded. So to me, it's a semi-automatic, not an automatic. So you got to be really careful about that when you're buying sewing machines and they're listing it as an automatic needle threader. It's not. The percent of people, it says that the voting window has ended. That's fine. It had 18% of people saying that they need a machine or would like a machine that has a needle threader. So that's a high percentage. You know, when you're looking at all the different things, all the different features that are on a sewing machine. One of the other things that people said was needle up and down, which I also picked. That was 23%. So if you don't know why you need a needle up and down, you haven't been quilting long enough. There are times when you have to stop sewing, or you get to a pivot point and you need that needle to be down before you turn, or before you go to the next step, or before you adjust your fabric. Say you're sewing a strip and you haven't pinned it, which I do. I don't pin my strips, but you need to adjust. If your needle is up, the whole thing can come from up under the presser foot as you're adjusting, or it can move around, and the needle down position just holds that spot for you, because it can't go anywhere once the needle is down. So that's one of the reasons why you would want to use that. Thread cutter, I did not pick. I did pick needle up and down. Thread cutter, I don't have to have a thread cutter, but 17% of the people do. And the reason I don't necessarily need a thread cutter is because I chain piece everything anyway. So I found that one to be really interesting, that it was kind of high too. Had a high vote count. Other thing I put on that I selected was a knee lift, and I was shocked by this. See if it's changed. No, it has not. Only 5% of the people need a knee lift. And I'm one of those people that's one of the first things that I'm asking. Does it have a knee lift? Does it have a knee lift? Because I like that I now have 3 hands. My knee has turned into one of my hands. There are certain things that I'm doing, especially like sewing bags or going around curves, that you need something to lift, but you need both of your hands still on your fabric pieces. So I found that one really, really interesting. Decorative stitches. So you already got my 3, so none of these other ones are mine. 3% of the people said that they like decorative stitches. 3% of the people said they like a fast sewing speed. That's why a lot of people actually buy the Juki, the industrial sewing machines, because they do sew faster when you're piecing. Some of them have speed dials. Like on my baby lock over here, I have a sewing dial, but it's even at high speed fast, it's not as fast as the Juki. And I have 2 baby locks that had that and a Singer, and I probably got it on the Bernina, but I don't think the Bernina sew as fast as the Juki either. But a lot of people do like machines that have a fast sewing speed. Do you want a machine that has machine embroidery option? Let's see how many said that. Only 1%. And I noticed that in the past few years they've been making my sinuses are acting up. I got some water bottle in here. Just got to clear my throat, guys. But only 1% of people wanted that. And I noticed that they're making a lot of machines that are embroidery only, because I think people were not wanting to. It's a lot cheaper to buy an embroidery only machine than it is to buy a machine that embroiders and sews. So a lot of people have been going to that. And I want to say that maybe Baby Lock was one of the first people that went to that. Large throat space. Let's see what that percentage is. 18%. Again, that's a good chunk of votes. Only 2 things matched at 18 and one was like 23. So that's pretty cool. They love the large throat space, and that's for people that are quilting on them. Me, I use it to house all my junk. I don't need a large throat space. And then I had the option of LED lighting, and only 8% of people voted for the LED lighting. And I do love a lot of light around my needle, but I've learned that I can also buy different lights and things to put around my stuff so that I get it. So, yeah, so I'm not as concerned about that. So, let's see. I'm not going to read anybody's comments, but if you all have something that you want to say, and you can put it in the chat here, and I'll try to read some of them or most of them. I'm not going to guarantee I'll read them all if it goes crazy. So let me see. Let me see. My brother came in here. Hello. Darcy says, I don't know how many times I've cleaned my machine but forgot the bobbin case, forgot the bobbin case back in. Then I have to open it up and put it in, laughing out loud. Yeah, I leave stuff right here so I can see it. I'm having some sinus issues up in here, and I took Flonase today. I did not take Allegra D 24. Well, I don't know if it's 24 or 12 hours. I can't remember which one they had in stock. Judy Smith is here. Been outside for grandson's baseball games today, so that's cool. And he's got more games tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to make it. It's like my throat's trying to close up. I may have to go get some medicine, y'all. Oops. Now it's empty. It's going to fall over. trying to make me cry. um, uh, um, um, Linda Denton says that she likes it when it lets you know your bobbin is low. That's another thing I like. That's the one feature that I love on the Bernina sewing machine, is that number one, it has a super large bobbin, and then number two, it just stops sewing. Only my Singer did that. None of the baby locks will stop sewing. Well, let me correct that. My baby lock Elagio and the baby lock Elissimo does not stop sewing when it runs out. It'll keep going until it starts to jam. So that's cool. Did you see the sewing machine in Serger? Don't quote me, but I think it was made by Janome. Did you see the sewing machine in Serger? I no. I don't even know what you're talking about on that. So no. Celeste says, had my machine for approximately 3 years. Used the knee lift for the first time a couple of months ago. Girl, I'm telling you, when I use it all the time now that I gotten used to having it here, I never take it off. And that's like one of the features that I'm tending to look for in a sewing machine. And the butterfly quilter just came in, says, hi T and T Quilters. I'm late, but my rent is paid. So thank you, and welcome to the chat. Yolanda says, needle threaders work when the thread is not thick and the needles. I think you can probably do like a 16. You might, I don't know if you could do 16. It just depends on the machine. I know on my Singers, I never had any problems using a needle threader with anything. But, these new machines, they're coming out with different features and stuff like that too. So, I got out of the chat. So let me go up here and redo all messages so I can see everything. And let's see. Yeah. All right. So what I am going to sew on, what time is it? Oh, Lord. I knew that the haul wouldn't take that long, even though I had a lot of items, because I had a whole lot of duplicates. So what we're going to sew on is, I think this one's the last one. And I need to see if I can find, I started drawing stuff on the back side of the paper on some of them. So it's been a little minute since I've been working on this stuff. I'm going to put this one here and put this up here, cover up my other one, because I don't need the sizes right now. Sort of kind of do, but I don't. It's actually down here in this corner. So let me fold it and put it here. So on this one, I did my largest blocks last. I had 5 really large blocks. And what I used them for was for things. I made all the other blocks, and then if a t-shirt wouldn't fit in a particular spot, then I, like it was bigger than the spot, then I kicked it to the side so it could be used in the super large block. So that worked very well for people that are making t-shirt quilts. That's, to me, worked very well for me. And so all of these sections are large. They either were too wide to go into a previous spot that I had already pre-allocated, because what I did was, I know that most t-shirt, your designs are 11 inches or less. So a lot of my spots were like 12-inch finish spots. And so when they didn't fit in that spot, then I had to do something to make sure that I could get those larger shirts in at some point. So that's why it's like that. So I'm just going to piece these final sections together. These last ones, I've been doing a lot of piecing. It's really turned into a custom quilt, but I'm not getting custom paid. And so I've decided that the last blocks were just going to be big pieces of fabric as much as I could. except for one that I'm going to be making some 9 patches or something. Sort of kind of 9 patches, I don't know. They're just squares. Not necessarily 9 patches, they're just squares. So again, I'm pinning, and I'm pinning very well, because with t-shirts being stretchy, and then I've got one thick fabric and one thin fabric, I'm just going to pin for safety's sake so that I know it's not going to stretch out. And while I'm sitting here, we could be heating up this iron, but it needs some water in it first. Please don't spill in my lap. I'm trying to look at the hole and look at the field line. Okay. We'll put this up first and cut it on. And then put the top on this. I go to, it's like Kroger Ruler Foods is under Kroger. I go to them and buy heavy whipping cream so that I can use those bottles. Those bottles are from heavy whipping cream. I'm going to sit this one up here. All right. And we just need to pull our bobbin up because we rethread it. And, uh-oh. Oh, okay. Pull the bobbin thread up. So, we're just going to sew these chunks together. The last block is the hardest one. I moved some of the paper, but some of the paper is still here. Okay, here's the iron heating up. So yeah, I just want to get this done. So after I do this, then my next job is to go clean off the back of my long arm so I can get this done. And I was going to piece the back, but I got so many backings here that some backing is about to be sacrificed for the back of this t-shirt quilt because I don't feel like piecing anything. So yeah, that. All right, so this goes with this and this. And then this, I'm just going to take these and sew these on the side. So I'm using big pieces now, y'all. 2 6.5-inch pieces, because I've done a lot of intricate piece work on this. So, and I'm tired of it. And I still got a piece. I got 2 rows put together. If you missed Wednesday, I did show it on Wednesday. I got 2 rows put together, but the other 3 rows are missing a block. So that's why I have 3 blocks left. They're each missing a block, and they're in the middle, just about. You know, they're not on the outside edges. So I pieced what I can of each row, but I got to put these 3 blocks together and then sew those all together. And then it also gets a top and a bottom, which I got to figure that fabric out too. I'll see if I got blue, black, or purple backing maybe, and then I can use it on the front. It just needs it on a 3-inch on top and bottom to be the finished size that I want it to be. All right. Okay. We don't know where the snips are hiding up here. We'll use scissors. Okay. So this one's ready to go. Let's see. I want to finish this and get this off my to-do list. I got this. Once I get to this, I've got some long arming. Once I get this done, then I'll feel more comfortable. And then I've got long arming that needs to be done before Christmas. This one and 2 other items for sure needs to be done by Christmas. This one was really cute. It's Bob Ross shirt. Well, it was a sweatshirt. That's the other thing. I go from so many different thicknesses. Batman. So yeah. I'm going to pin again. So then once I get these 2 pieces on here, then they get 2 6.5-inch pieces on each side. So keeping these simple, except for the last one. It was cut out when I was still on the roll. I cut 3.5-inch squares that are going around it. I think that's what I have. And maybe a strip to make it all fit. So yeah, I'm tired of this quilt now. And then once I had it done and laid out, it's like, let's just get this done so I can be done. Because it has turned into a custom quilt. And I added in every shirt that she gave me, except that she had a few that had like little small logos on the front or something. Because I didn't cut those out to use because I was trying to use as many of the big logos she wanted originally. So yeah. But it has everything else. Everything that she wanted, that she gave me, is in here. Some of the shirts she said she wanted both sides of. I got both sides in there. And Bob Ross didn't make it in, nor did the Batman or this purple shirt make it in. So I went and added those so that they would make it in. So I have to count when I get through and see how many actual shirts that I use, or shirt sides, shall I say. Because we are beyond that. Beyond shirts, because like I said, some of them had 2 sides, and some of them, the ones that had 2 sides, were like the Pearl Jam concerts where the logos were long, and they had a back side that was also pretty long. Dorsey's reminding you all to hit the thumbs up button before you leave. I really, really would appreciate it. So thank you, Darcy. Judy said, oh, she's talking to Sin Forest, so I'm not going to read whatever it is she's saying. I'm going to skip it. And Darcy says, T, you are so awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah. I tend to do a little bit more for memory quilts than I do for other quilts. For some strange reason, I just do my piece all the way down there. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see. We got to put the pieces on the sides of this one now. And we're going to be stitching all of those squares together in a minute. I decided not to like piece strips together and cross cut them, because then I would have had to cut in here when I was on the live. So I just went ahead and cut everything in the squares. And now I got to remember which one. Trying only to use the tip because I don't want to be on the logos. Ugh. Are you not sitting in here for some reason? Like, what are you doing? Right. So I just needed big sections, but I wasn't fooling with any more shirts and interfacings because all of that costs more money. I added in, she had a piece of shirt. You all didn't see me piece it. It was a tie-dye shirt, and so I added that in as well. I interfaced that shirt and sewed it into one of the blocks, used it as a background. The color, it was pinks and blues. It wasn't the colors that she requested, but she had the shirt in there. So I actually used everything that she put into that container. She gave me a big storage container full of shirts and sweatshirts, t-shirts and sweatshirts. Hoodies. Yeah, this Bob Ross one was a hoodie. So I'm going to go ahead and pin both sides of this so it'll be ready to go. That side and then this side. Get these both pinned. And I just sewed the second side on that one, so it's done. And we have one more. So I'm trying to get these done tonight on here so that I can be done with blocks. And then I'll have to still spend one more sewing session to get the other part done. And I need to also make a label. I need to contact her to get more information for the label. But we're getting there. So both sides of this one. Alright, let's take this off, press it, it's done. So this way, like on this one, I actually got to use a larger chunk of music fabric, so I kind of like that. Because that's going to be my theme. I'm also going to quilt it with quilting notes or quilting symbols as well. So this one's very simple. I don't know who this is. ECK. I have no idea what that is. Sometimes I go Google stuff, but I haven't had time. I've been just sewing and getting them done. So that one's done. Hi, Louis Alford. Welcome to the chat. Lana says, Miss T, what do you do with all the fabric that's left over from these t-shirts and sweatshirts? I'd like to know. On anybody else, if it's somebody that's doing it person's still alive, I tend to keep the stuff. No, I tend to throw it away. I had one girl at one point that made dowel clothes, and she loved the old t-shirts because I would keep the collars intact, and she could use the collars on dowel clothing. She would cut this part out and reuse them on clothing for dowels. But she's got a lot of them now, so she doesn't need them anymore. So I actually pitched them, unfortunately. On this case, though, since it's somebody that's deceased, I'm not taking that liberty, and I am giving her back everything that I don't use. It's all going back into the container. Since she gave me a big container, I got to give it back to her anyway. I decided that she was going to get that container back that way. All right, so this is all. Oh, Lord, I got another strip. Where did this strip come from? Huh, it's down on the bottom. Okay. Is it 9.5? Let me make sure. Yep. Yep, I had more pieces in here than I thought I had. Okay. So, let's see. I got to figure out one of these. I have more of one than the other. 12 of one. Oh, it's over here. I'm on the wrong side. Good Lord Jesus. I had drew it so many times. And I think, oh, it goes up at the top. Okay. So I have, I'm going to be starting with the music print. I think I have more music print than the other one. I think that's what it's telling me. The kitties are directional. The music print is not. So I just need to start sewing this so I can get my other piece off. Well, I got to sew a lot of these. So long as my kitties are going in the right direction. So, and I even got a little small piece over here. I don't see that. I didn't cut that. Yes, I did. Oh my goodness. Okay. At least I found it. All right. So I got these kitty fabric, and the kitties have to be right side up. We cannot have kitties on their side. All right. So if I take this one, I can take it off. I have to sew the other side. So I just didn't want to cut my thread. And then we need to press both sides. But it was, that block been cut since like Monday or Tuesday or something. I don't know. All right. Back to kitties. Black with a kitty print. Music print with a kitty print. And then we can cut that off. Let's make sure I sewed this right. Yeah, I did. Okay. So that's good. I'm going to press everything towards the music print since it's the darkest one. And then I'm going to sew this little 1.5 inch piece on here that I need, that I forgot all about. But at least I cut it. This piece here goes over here. Put it down there. Put it right here. The size block I had was not divisible by anything, so I have spacers. All right, we're going to press open both of these seams, and then we'll be done with this block. Trying not to press on the logos. Now I can put it down because I got a little bit more room on this logo. Turn it around and do the other side. All right, this one's done as well. So a seam in the middle and then 2 on the sides. 2 chunky bits. And then this one's the one that I got to do all the piecing. My last headache. But it's simple. Lana says, so it does not hurt that the other fabric you are adding is not interfaced. No. I do not interface the quilters cottons. Let's see. That was Linda Denton. Asked that question. Lana says, thank you. You have been very helpful. You're welcome. I just don't know what machine you was talking about when you said Janome sewing machine and serger. I don't know every sewing deal because I'm not really trying to go to sewing machine manufacturer right now. So 1, 2, I just need to put those 2 together and then, oh, we can go on the bottom though. You can go on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 4 of those. So we got 2. This will be 3. This is the bottom row. This is 4. And then we stop with that. And now we go up to the top. On the right side, we also start with black. I got these cats. I need to turn all of these so that they're facing upright. Just don't want any happy mistakes. Happy accidents, as Bob Ross would say. Happy accidents. Because I wouldn't be happy. All right. These are all upright. Yeah. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have 10 of these? Oh, I don't need 10 of those. 1. Put those over there too. Because they're alternating now. These are all the bottom row. And then we need 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Make sure we're in the right spot. Oh, so why is the Juki going away? Because I finally called and made an appointment yesterday, of all things, like 2 p.m. And I'm thinking they're going to tell me it's going to be like weeks out, up to a month. No. I'm to bring my machine in, I think it's Tuesday. So I'm glad that I didn't call earlier because I really didn't have time to bring it in any earlier. So I'm taking my machine. It's like a 2.5-hour drive away. And so I have them work on my machine and I wait for it. So I have to pay, it's like an extra 20 bucks. But this is in Amish country in Missouri. And they're a little bit cheaper. So when they add the $20 on, I'm just slightly cheaper than I would pay if I took it to a local place to have it serviced. So yeah, I'm not worried about that. I'll wait. So that way I don't have to, I'll burn a whole tank of gas when I'm all is said and done, but I won't have to go burn another tank of gas to go back and pick it up and come back home. So that's what I was trying to do. All right, so we've got these that go together. I'm pressing everything towards the black fabric since it's the darkest. Just to get these up here. Yeah, and I got to the point where I got tired of pressing, so I stopped pressing too. I'm like, it's not going to make much difference because I got 3 different levels of fabric. It'll all quilt out. So I didn't even worry about, I said I'll press it when I sew it. So I quit ironing fabric. I was just cutting straight off the boat. All right, this is my first one. So this is my bottom row right here. This one here. Also bottom row. And then we can take the other pieces off. And sew the other piece onto the other side of these after we press, of course. We forgot that part. We've got to press. All right. People going to bed. Seeing and saying that t-shirt cutoffs and all of that can be used for rags, and they make terrific mops. Strip makes great rugs. I don't have time to keep it all. I got enough stuff. I haven't found anybody that wants it. If I find somebody that wants it, they most definitely can have it. But like I told you, I had one lady, and she says she's got plenty because I be really on giving them to her. Okay. So she's don't have room for more right now. So, but if somebody wants them, they're more than happy to take them. I'm just not able to use them. Okay. So I'm going to be short because I should have started. I have more. I don't know. I'm short one black square. I may have to go get it because we got to get this done. I need to just go get the fabric and cut a square. If I can get out of here. I buried myself in here. Forgot about that. Okay, so these are my 2 pieces that go on the bottom. I got an extra. I should have started with the blue instead of the black, but I had one extra. I should have counted, but I did not. I did not count. It's only my fault. I did not count. And what time is it? It's 9:40, so I got 20 minutes. Yep. I thought I colored in the black music print. Apparently, I colored in the cat fabric, but I didn't write that down. I wrote down 12 of one and 11 of the other, but I didn't say which one. So, of course, I did the opposite. All right. Let's press these. Can't sew it because I gotta go get a square because I got the extra other square. Okay. All right. That one's here. These two get sewn together, so they'll be ready to go. Stick a pin in it. Guess what, fans? I'll be back. I gotta go get the and I just tossed it over so I could put that fabric up. But I got all of this stuff and a sewing machine here. So let me pick this sewing machine up because I don't want to step on it accidentally. I got this box right here. Okay. Fabric is what I'm looking for. Have all kind of scraps here, but I thought I might have a scrap piece left. That's probably why I have not enough. Is this one? I found one that's a little bit probably short, but it'll work. Yep, that'll work. So I don't have to cut yardage. It's about a 1/16 of an inch short one way. I can tell looking at it. But it'll work in this. Still got the paper here. Okay. I gotta get the sewing machine out my seat. All right. Put that right there. All right. So this one's a little bit shorter. This is not what I'm sewing it to. So what I'm going to do is overlap this 1.5 because it's like a 16, just shy of being enough. Here we go. All right, that's done. Then I can come back to this. All right. Now let's press all of this. All right, all right. Didn't even have to cut. And they say we'll make good stuffing for a dog bed. Again, you got to be somebody that's doing that. You know, we still haven't even picked a charity for this year. I need to call and see if they need dog beds. Maybe that's what I'll do. And then local people can stuff their own. And if people from out of town, you can send them in. I got some stuffing from when we made those pillows. If you're making the bigger ones, I need to know what size they need. If they need the little, you know, the 12 by 18 ones we were making, I need to call the Humane Society. Somebody. There's so many organizations that help them, so call somebody, see what they need. And that's what I was thinking about doing. If somebody else has another organization that is not going to be difficult, because I don't want anything difficult. All right, so I got all these chains so that I didn't have to worry about what they were doing and where they were going after the fact. All I need to know is what's top and bottom. Okay, I think I pressed the seam into that fabric, didn't I? Okay. And now all I'm doing, everything's going towards the black, so they just are going to nest up in there really good. Okay, we can take this piece off. It's finished. Press this seam. Towards the black print. This is my bottom. May as well sew this on since I'm here. It's going on the bottom. And we're gonna, well, sew this one with the shirt on the bottom because I had to add a little bit more interfacing because this shirt was so big. It was bigger than my piece of interfacing. It was bigger. So I had to add on 2 sides. Both sides, not 2 sides, on both sides of the shirt. All right, this is a piece of extra. Get that out the way. We don't need that in this quilt. Alright, let's get that. And sew another seam. Sew another seam. This is the top one. Right here. All right. Let's take this off. Press. Yeah, this piece got to go on the side next of the big shirt. So we'll have to wait. I have to cut my thread. We got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I will take this, press this. This is one wrinkled up piece of fabric right here. I don't know if I hit it with the iron or if I cut it like that. No, I think I pressed all of these fabrics. This is when I was still pressing. So I must have hit it with the iron in the wrong spot. Let's see. Oh, Remo's finishing cleaning her dad's room. Saying good night, good night. Said I need to hit the hay. Thanks for, it's been fun. I miss you all, but I can see better now, so I'll see you next time. Awesome. Take care, Sin. Michelle says Beck Bandit. Oh, Beck Bandit is a music artist t-shirt. It took me a while to get it on Google. Wow. Okay. Because I kind of figured I figured it was gonna be movie or a group. I don't really know which way these need to be pressed right now. Is this gonna meet up with the seam? I don't know. Right here. Right there. And we got one more to sew. One more row to go. And then we can connect our last 3 pieces, maybe 4 pieces. I got 4 pieces. I got another piece that's got to go on top. 6 times 3 is 18. I needed 20 inches tall, so it has a piece to go on top. So let's see. It's this piece right here. Piece go on top, and then I don't even need to, this is just 2 pieces of cotton. I don't need to pin this one. All right. Press this up. All right. So all that sewing for this. All right, this is going on the right side. Cats are up. Make sure I sewed it right. I'm gonna sew on the wrong side. Okay. So let's do this. And I hope this works out. Again, we're back to t-shirts. So I'm making sure that I put pin the t-shirts. This one needs to be eased a little bit, so I'm putting more pins in here than I normally would. Good night, Sin, for Joy Creations. I'm sorry. Cat beds are small. We can mail them to you. So cats, okay, I can check cats instead of dog beds. I don't care. Okay. Because those will just have regular batting. I think they use them as padding. I'll see what they want. And then I haven't done any in a long time. We used to just make them with regular quilt cotton. So, and we used to do them like 18 by 24. But I'll check and see what they need. That'll be cool. And maybe we could, for local people too, we can do both options so the big dogs can get some. But I'm just not expecting people to mail a stuffed dog bed for a large dog. All right. We got one more seam on this project. So we're definitely not going anywhere until it's done. Look like my top grew a little bit. My top corner over here. That's on my t-shirt. That's another, I make sure I quilt really good to take the stretch, stop it from stretching, period, at all. Because even with stabilizer, they still want to stretch a little bit. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. We got one more piece on the bottom. I do. Oh my gosh. Okay, wrong side. I was going to say, please don't tell me I did this wrong. Okay, because these 9-patch blocks, patchwork blocks, should all end up matching this. That's why I drew out a grid earlier. And it does. Thank you. Woohoo. Okay, so we definitely want this point to match up. So I will put a pin in it. And we want our end down here. Put a pin in that. And we can just randomly pin these, this, and that. One more seam. And we'll be, well, one more seam for the blocks. Now, the rest of this I'm just going to match up as I'm sewing. It's only just like I did the other rows. Right here. I get, if I'm not sitting down, I start irritating Paige. She gets up and leaves me. She don't want to be bothered. She's with my husband because I was moving around too much setting up for the live. She wants you to just sit in one spot. She wants to boss you around. Oops. Gotta lift that. Yay, we're done. Yay. Yay. One more final press. Oops, I didn't even put this on the charge thing. It was just sitting on there. And then I'll pick, I don't know if I'm going to sew tomorrow. I've been trying to, been working the last few Sundays, but I think I might take this Sunday off. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to get it done today. I'll probably get it done Monday. I have to sew these blocks. Each block goes into one row. Sew those 3 rows together and then sew them to the other 2 rows. And I'll pick a backing fabric. I could do that. I can definitely pick a backing fabric. This is the last heat, y'all. It was not on the charger, and now I'm going to cut it off. It's on there now. All right, so last shirt was Beavis and Butthead. And again, this was one of those, this was the largest shirt she had as far as width. And so I really had to do something to make sure that this, that I had enough room to space it out and things like that too. So I ended up adding what I'm considering the patchwork, the 9-patch. It's just basic patchwork to make sure that it all got in there. Because that was one of the shirts she did want in there. So, yeah. I'm glad to be done with the piecing. So now I know where everything goes. It's just a matter of sewing the rows. And I still need to select the fabric. Like if I do a backing 108, then I can use some of the extra. Because most of my 108s are 3 yards. So I'll have extra where I can put a piece across the top and bottom. Michelle says, no, she's already read that. I've read a lot. Hold on. T, is there a pattern for the pet beds that we're using? Yeah, it's free. It'll be free online. I'll give a link, but I just want to call because I don't want people making things and then that organization doesn't need them here, because I'm trying to also do it locally so that I'm not having to pay additional shipping. I just have to go and distribute. I'm fine with distributing, but I don't want to be, shipping all over the place. So I will contact them, I don't know, hopefully next week so we can get started on it so I can announce it. And I'll see if they want I'll ask about cat and or dog beds and see what they need. And I'll call my local Humane Society I called someplace. It wasn't a Humane Society. I forget what they were called. But I'll make sure that I call them because they do a lot of free stuff because they was willing to take Kitty as well. But they scared me when they said that if Kitty didn't be friendly, that they were going to put him to sleep, okay, permanently. And so Kitty only likes certain people. And if you're not the feeder, the provider, and I don't know how much time they give them to come around, but Kitty will also fight because he's an outdoor cat. So he's not going to be good with other cats either. So I was scared they were going to kill him. So I'm like, I'll just leave him alone. So, but yeah, I'll check and let you know. Connie says, do you still sell stilettos, the wood ones? I only sell the stilettos in a set. I don't sell them separate, but I still sell them. They're on my website. And that's because most people will buy the wood press. I haven't had anybody that want to buy just the stiletto. Now, if you need a replacement stiletto, I do have some replacement stilettos available. Like you can take this stiletto part out, or the ripper. You can replace your ripper or your stiletto. So I do have those. But if you want just the stiletto, I don't really sell them separate because most people buy them in sets. And then once I take it apart, I've got the extra piece. Michelle the quilter said, she's talking to Katie, and then she says those blocks look very nice. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm just getting them done now, but I like the last block. Like I said, I had done the last block. It's on the bottom row. I had done it early, and I was like, after I got through cutting all of that and I had sewed all this other stuff, I went and took a picture so that I could know what fabrics I had used. I was like, I'm tired. I'm not doing that. We finna cut big pieces on these last two. And then I had added all of The 3 blocks on the last 2 were extra, plus I had done this block here. I'll show you in a minute because it's on the other side. So this is the first row half. And then over here, I also stabilized this pink tie-dye shirt with the blue, pink and blue. And I used that as background fabric because that shirt was also included in the bundle. And she didn't have it as a must-have, but I went back, I pulled out those 4 shirts. So I had to just stabilize shirt material in order to cut it for that block. So those are my, and like I said, you can see where this is all custom set, all this stuff. Because it's not in a row with sashing. And then, let's see. So that's row 1 and 2. This row 3. Yeah, this is row 3. And I've got a block on the back. An extra block on the back that has the cat fabric on it. But this is row number 3. This is the cat block. It's the back side of a Pearl Jam shirt. Well, no, this is a Pearl Jam shirt that was small, and I put top, the front, and the back all in one. So that was a Pearl Jam shirt. And then there was 2 other Pearl Jam shirts that they were large, and I had to separate them out. And I didn't put them right next to each other just to space the color. And this one goes in row number 3, I think. Trying to see. Nope, it goes in row number 4. So then this one goes in row number 3. Yep. So I can pin this and have it all be in the same spot. I may as well do that and get that part done so I won't forget when I come back. So this, and then that. I don't know. Okay, so all the 3s are together. All 3s are together. And then row number 4, for those that missed on Wednesday, 1 block here. And then up under that is another block. So this is the end of the row here. So I have to add that purple shirt in between these 2 right here, and then pin it back together. At least I'll be organized when I come back on Monday, because all I'm gonna do is go pick some fabric today, well, maybe tomorrow, because I might just go sit down. I was at my sister's block party. I told you I was helping her, and I ended up being the chicken fryer. She had, I don't know how I'm gonna get all this stuff on here. She had hot dogs, smoked sausage, or smoked, I don't know what type. I say sausage, but I don't know what type of smoked meat she had. And then she had hot dogs, chili, and fried chicken. Those were the main things. So, and then this is number 5. This is the one solo piece. So this is the start of 5. Then Beavis and Butthead goes after that. You all seen that one. And then this is a simple one, the back of a Pearl Jam shirt again, right here. So, get this pulled over here. all of these, and then we know exactly where everything goes. When I come back, I won't have to figure it out. All right. So I'm tired today. It was nice outside. Like if you're frying stuff, I get hot anyway. But I got a little hot. But I had on a sweatshirt. I messed that sweatshirt up with all the grease and batter that she was using. So yeah. So Connie says the t-shirt quilt looks so cute. So thank you. Hi, Lori Anderson. We're about to get off, girl. I was just showing the progress of the t-shirt quilt that I'm making for a customer. So that's going to be it, guys. I'm tired. I'm going to find something. Give me a snack maybe. I'm too tired to even cook. I ate a hot dog all day today. I ate a hot dog with chili on it about, I don't know, 2 o'clock because I was cooking for everybody else, maybe 3 o'clock. And then I came home, maybe about 6 o'clock, I ate 2 chicken wings that I also brought from her. That's it. That's all I've eaten today. I may have to see if I can find something I can pop in the microwave or something. But I don't feel like cooking. So that's going to be it, everybody. I will see you all on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for 1 hour live chat. I appreciate you guys being here. You make sure that I can tick off these little things on my to-do list because I'll be determined I'm going to get it done on a live even after I've shown a haul. So I just want to make sure that I get what I need to get done for the day done. So I appreciate you guys. So you all stay blessed, everyone. Be safe and quilt out.